It's humiliating to have people judge you for something that when you feel like what you're doing isn't wrong.
What's going on, guys? BMS and Naya back with another video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Make sure you guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So here we go.
Right now, the Orange County School District is facing a potential $1 million lawsuit.
It comes from a parent who was a steady volunteer at the school where her children attend. Watch News' Greg Fox reports she's no longer allowed to volunteer because of what she does for a living.
I would say that it's nobody's position to judge what anybody does in their private life.
Victoria Treese has 2 children at Sand Lake Elementary in Orange County. She's been volunteering for 5 years, but was told 2 weeks ago she could no longer donate her time and spend more time on campus with her kids. This is why. Her occupation, working in the adult entertainment industry. We're showing you images found on her public social media sites, not unlike what you might see at the beach. But she does have a private subscription site where she earns a living called OnlyFans. Another parent sent images from that site to school administrators, leading to Treese's dismissal.
It's humiliating to have people judge you for something that when you feel like what you're doing isn't wrong, in a sense.
In the real world, people are going to judge you based on, the way you act, think, talk, what school you went to, the way you dress. Like, it is what it is, right? So it seems like she's living in this fairy tale, Disney, liberal environment or society, so to speak, where, no one's going to judge you, right? I mean, that's far from the truth. And I think that now that she's kind of under public scrutiny as to what she does for a living, I think now she's getting a wake-up call as to, the ramifications of her profession.
However she wants to make money, that's fine, right? Like, I don't think that shouldn't be the issue so much. I think it's just that the influence that it could have on the children. Like, if her kids are aware of what she does for work and they're fine with it, whatever happens within your family, okay, fine. But if other parents are saying, I am uncomfortable with my children being around someone who is in this industry, you kind of have to respect their boundaries.
What I do privately that has no regards to anybody else in anybody else's world besides my own.
Her attorneys notify the district they intend to sue for at least $1 million.
What authoritarian mentality allows somebody to point a discriminating finger at somebody and say, we don't approve of you and you can't be around children? That becomes frightening.
Treese passed a background check required under the district's Additions Volunteer Registration site. Nowhere on the form we reviewed does it ask for a person's occupation. Once notified of an impending lawsuit, district officials have told Treese she can chaperone field trips, but may only supervise her own children.
They're trying to make it work, right? Like, they just said it themselves that if she wants to continue volunteering, now that there's new information that's been brought up to them, right? So now that the school's aware of her occupation, clearly this is something that's not okay. So what they're going to do is she can volunteer, but only watch over her own children.
Right. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair, to be honest with you. So she can still be involved with, she can still be around her kids and still be in their lives and, you know what I mean? But, for the parents who do have an issue, if the majority of parents are saying we have an issue with your occupation and you being around our children, you kind of, you have to respect it. Like, with every occupation, there's going to be good and bad that comes with it, I guess, right?
Right.
Specifically with hers, there's going to be boundaries and not everyone's going to be okay with it, okay? I'm sorry. A lot of people are more traditional, and a lot of people, especially with children, you want to be able to protect your children and their mindsets. Right. They're impressionable, especially when they're young. Imagine little Susie is like, oh, I hear Tommy's mom does so-and-so. I want to do that too.
Right.
What?
Right.
No.
And we live in
hell no.
No. Hell no. No.
That would not be okay with me if I was the mom. Come on,
right. And we live in a liberal society nowadays where if little Susie wants to be an OnlyFans worker, then you know what I mean? Like, it's
not in my house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying so obviously the parents who have an issue with it, they would not be okay with that. Right. So they don't want their children to be surrounded. Like, come on, you're a product of your environment. So if this is what is part of your environment, there's a likelihood that you may go down that route. So I think I think this is a good compromise that the school was able to come up with. I don't know what more she wants. To be honest, I don't know.
I mean, as a liberal woman, you don't want limitations. You don't want restrictions. You don't want the potential sanctions of something, right? So even though she probably has no intent to chaperone other students, just the fact that she has some sort of restriction on her, she doesn't like that.
I get like, I think it's disrespectful to be like, my feelings are more important than yours. Do you know what I mean? Instead of coming to a common ground, which the school did. Like, if you still want to volunteer going forward, this is what it is. And if she's still not okay with it, look, you're making a lot of money on OnlyFans, maybe put them in a private school or move them into like homeschooling or something. If you really don't like how the school is treating you, you know what I mean? If you're making enough money, then you have the options to go elsewhere, right? You're not restricted to stay at the school. So if it's really that important, right? So I think there's options that she can look into if it's still not okay with her. Like, that's just, it is what it is, and then move on. Yeah,
it almost seems like she's trying to impose her will.
That's disrespect,
because it's freedom and I'm liberal or whatever, right? Like, if an establishment or somewhere doesn't want me there,
I'm good.
Like, I'm just gonna move somewhere else. I'll take my business somewhere else. I'll create my own thing, and then I just keep it moving. Like, I wouldn't force myself in where I'm not welcome.
I'm just trying to understand. Does she not see the like? I don't think she understands the other side. Like, how, like, why do you think all the parents or majority of the parents are vouching for this lawsuit, saying this is not okay? Do you know what I mean? I don't think she's really taking in how the parents are seeing this as disrespectful to be around their children.
And the school can have a stigma behind it as well, right?
Yeah.
That could destroy the school's reputation.
I reached out to the Orange County School District offices for any comment on this story and was told they don't comment on pending litigation.
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.
Bye, guys.